Hello and welcome, beautiful Aries, to this week's self-love reading. So this is self-love, self-care. That is what we are working on this week for all of my star signs. Welcome, Aries. I hope you had an amazing weekend. I am going to pull a card here from the Sacred Rebels Oracle to find out what it is that we are going to be covering. All right, so you have going beyond normal. This is 14. 1 plus 4 breaks down to 5. So 5 means that there is a little bit of upheaval happening, and in this going beyond the normal, it looks like you're being called to really rely on intuition and in order to get to the idea generation that you have been trying to accomplish, it looks like, in this. So she's got a clock here for her third eye, and she is kind of focused on that light bulb, wanting that to go off. And I feel like there's a little bit of patience involved here with that timing. So let's pull some from the Good Tarot and find out a little bit more about what it is that you're working on. Okay, we already have a couple cards. That's great. We have the High Priestess, which is absolutely in line with what is happening here. We also have the Seven of Air, and let us pull. The other thing I noticed too about this particular card is that she has, okay, and the King of Air as well. Wow. Okay, so lots of air, lots of thinking going on for you, Aries. Anyway, she also has a chain falling from her mouth. I know it's like incredibly hard to see it. Well, I guess that's not that hard. Anyway, she has this, sorry about the glare there. She has this chain falling from her mouth down, and right below it, I know that probably is hard to see, is there's a key hanging there. So, this also speaks of, that, there's a couple things happening here. One is communication. It's not that it's being blocked, it's just that she has the communication. She has the key to be able to communicate and to be able to speak her truth. And that, I feel, is a lot, this is tough, a lot to do with these Seven of Air and King of Air that popped out here. Now, the High Priestess is also very telling, because the High Priestess, is someone that sits between two worlds, and is rather passive, relies on their intuition. It's always fascinating to me, the approach that the High Priestess has for engaging with, a ton of water, good. Thank you. Engaging with the world. So, so let's talk about this. So you have going beyond normal. I'm gonna go ahead and put those away for the moment. Going beyond the normal. So you've got the High Priestess, and this really speaks to me of relying on your intuition for what it is that you are going through right now. You are trying to generate ideas. You are trying to come up with something new. And so you have the power to speak your truth about the situation, but you are holding back because do you know how, what I'm getting the sense is, do you know how when you make a plan and you're all excited and gung-ho to do the plan, and then you tell someone else what your plan is, and then all of a sudden it sucks the energy out of the motivation, the energy, that you had to be able to do what it is that you were thinking of doing. And even if your idea is, novel and amazing, and still, I think that's possibly why you are holding back. You are mulling it over in your mind, and you are trying to let that idea really, kind of, it's kind of on the back burner, but you're letting it resolve itself. And it could be a very getting lucrative, abundance, like an opportunity that will bring you a lot of abundance. Okay. So you also have the Seven of Air. So to me, the Seven of Air, it's a little bit of a kind of a transition, right? So you are, deep in thought, and you are trying to recognize, a direction to go in, and it's not so much about choices as it is about, your thoughts, and the options that you feel that you have in terms of the direction that you want to be going in. And your thoughts are, in the traditional tarot, the Seven of Swords is one of those cards that deception could be involved. So it could be that you are deceiving yourself, just as an example, is one way of looking at things. Another way of looking at this is that you need to be careful of your thoughts, because what appears to be options and something like a train of thought to really follow down a rabbit hole can actually be an illusion. So, the other thing that I get a lot from the Seven of Swords in particular, but not so much from the Seven of Air here. The Seven of Air, this is just much more about, maybe like gathering those thoughts and trying to understand what's real and what is just really, like, there's a couple of birds here that are very flighty, and then there are those that are, being gathered in. And so it's really about, your thoughts and the way that you are thinking about a particular situation. So just be cautious about some of the thoughts not being, some of those might just be very ephemeral, like the two birds that you have here. They're dreamy on purpose, because they are connected to higher purpose maybe, and but they're also very elusive. So they're not as stable and grounded, perhaps, as these geese that you see here. So just know that. And you also have the King of Air here. So this is either someone in your life, or this could be your energy that you are feeling at the moment, where you are being very thoughtful, and you are also able to communicate your thoughts very clearly, very precisely. You're in your power. If this is you, you are in your power, and you are able to communicate these great ideas that you are working on. However, like I said, you might be holding back a little bit, and it could be that some people see you as being a bit deceptive, because you are trying to hang on to those ideas and make them real. So that's totally appropriate place for you to be. Now you also have the 10 of water. So 10 of cups. Now this is actually, when I was asking more about what this overall reading would be about, if it could clarify. And 10 of cups is about you being in a very happy place, a place of abundance. And I'm really getting that that's the direction that you are heading towards. That is what you are working on. Whatever this idea is that has you, going within and really being quiet about it, and possibly, working on in the background. You might not be sharing about that, and like I said, that some folks might feel like because you're not sharing that you're purposely being deceptive, but that's not the case. It's just that this is part of a long-term vision that you have, and in order to make it come through, you are having to be more focused, more quiet, more, I was going to say, like, just maybe in a more meditative state. I mean, I'm picking that up from the Buddha here too, I suppose. But yeah, this is what you're wanting. You're heading towards this 10 of water energy. All right, we're going to pull a card from the feather. Oop, there it is. From the, what are they called? Messages of Healing, Inspiration, and Wisdom from my feather deck. So, your feather is the Kingfisher. And this feather represents, well, this is what the Kingfisher is here to say, I suppose. Prosperity is flowing. Have faith that you will receive it in the perfect form. So this is a very sweet card to receive, because it just, you having the 10 of water here, and if you, I don't know if you can see here, but it's like these balls are, kind of flowing. It looks like they're coming out of his hands, to be honest, but the Buddha is sitting kind of on, like in the middle of a waterfall, where the water is flowing over the waterfall. So prosperity is flowing, and that really fits with this particular card that you have. So the other message from here is to have faith that you will receive it in the perfect form. So I feel like that is speaking to this original card of going beyond normal. just having faith and believing that, this idea that you have is going to be made real, be revealed in the perfect form. So yeah, so trusting in your intuition and continuing to be decisive and have that clear thinking as well is absolutely appropriate. All right, so we're going to pull one last card, and this is going to be from the Stress Less deck. And this is just kind of a practice for you regarding what it is that you're working on that can help support you in this work. So let's see, what do we have? Boop. Okay, we have that. Okay, these are fun cards. They're a little bit wonky. Okay, we have breathe deeply. Okay, find a quiet and comfy area, then close your eyes and breathe normally. Then begin to breathe in slowly through your nose so that your chest and lower belly rise. Next, let your abdomen expand fully and breathe out slowly. While you do so, visualize soothing, warm light filling your body. Deep breathing helps us disengage from distracting thoughts and sensations, which makes the body feel like it does when it's relaxed. All right, so breathe deeply, and this is going to help support you with this inner work that you are doing in the going beyond normal. All right, my dear Aries, thank you so much for joining for your self-love, self-care reading today. I hope this resonated with you. I will add a little bit more information about this going beyond normal advice card that you received this evening in the description down below. So if you are looking for some more information about this card, you'll find a little bit there. I'll type that in there for you. Otherwise, I hope to see you again next week when we do this again. And but it will be something a little bit different, of course. All right, light and love to you. Thank you, Aries. Good night.